This state produces incredible leaders like my friend and former colleague, Congresswoman Gwen Moore. Mayor of this great city, Mayor Johnson. Give it up, give it up, give it up. And while she's not with us, we have got to hold the United States Senate. Send Tammy Baldwin back to D.C. You know, it was only a month ago that the Republican Party gathered for their convention right here on this very spot. It doesn't sound like any of you watched it, but in case you didn't, after promising us a speech that was going to be about unity and promising that he was a changed man, Donald Trump subjected us to 92 minutes of ranting and raving insanity. Now look, they left here riding high. They were feeling good. This thing was over. Well, trust me, Milwaukee, a hell of a lot can change in 4 weeks. You run a campaign based on fear like them, you're going to run into a little trouble when you run into a campaign that's based on joy. These guys are focused on the past, like the 1850s past. This campaign's focused on your future. We're not going back. Wow. Wow. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. That convention had one purpose, to coronate one man. Ours, by the way, they got a little party going over in Chicago. They didn't know the big party was here in Milwaukee tonight, so this is where it's at. It's not a celebration of a coronation of one man over there. It's a celebration of all of us over there. I don't imagine anybody will be paying any attention, but when I came out here, you might have heard over there, that convention and the energy over there is like nothing you've seen. But here's what I'm really excited about. Not only do we have massive energy at our convention, we got a hell of a lot more energy at where they had their convention, right here. So, this yeah. Oh, that one guy's going to be so sad tonight. So sad. So sad. So sad. Look, we got to turn the page on these guys. We got to turn the page. And here's the thing. Over the last 2 weeks, whether you saw it in Philly, you saw it out in the fields of Eau Claire, where some of you were out there. Amazing. On to Phoenix, where the largest political gathering in state history happened last week. Folks stood in 109-degree heat in Las Vegas. 4,000 of them couldn't get in, so they all signed up to door knock and phone bank instead of getting in there. That's what they're doing. And here is what is so great about it. All those people across this country, just like this crowd of 15,000 plus people sitting here. You all came for the same reason. You love this country. That's why you came. Yeah. My notes said, this campaign has a lot of momentum. Can you feel it? Hell yes, we can feel it. It's what we do. It's what we do. Something's happening. For those of you in here, and for the young folks in here, some of you, something's happening. And it all begins with Kamala Harris. From a first day as a prosecutor, and she took those words, Kamala Harris, for the people, to the Attorney General of California, to a United States Senator, to our Vice President, she has gone to work every day to fight on the side of you and the American people. Took on the predators, took on the fraudsters, took down the transnational gangs, stood up to powerful corporations. And she never, in all that work, and don't forget this, they don't want you to hear the true story. She did it reaching across the aisle, and she did what was ever necessary to get it right for the American people. To get it right for the people. Look, these shared American values, you see it across this country, but I can tell you what, Donald Trump doesn't see the world the way we see it. This guy weakens our country, mocks our laws, sows chaos and division amongst all of us. And here's the thing, they're not even hiding it. What he's planning to do is even worse. Now look, these guys are trying to hide what they're doing. They're trying to figure out what it is. And I've said this, I coached high school football long enough to know. Don't ever close the yearbook. Don't ever close that yearbook. But look, I know if you're going to take the time to draw up a playbook, you plan on using it. So this Project 2025 thing, it is simply the playbook. And they're going to call the plays straight down the line. And it always starts with the same old crap. Rig the economy for those at the top and screw the people at the bottom. That's what they do. Your costs go up. They repeal the Affordable Care Act and bring us back to pre-existing conditions. They cut Social Security and Medicare, the very things that keeps my mom out of poverty. They will ban abortion across this country. Make no doubt about it. Make no doubt about it. And J.D. Vance, he writes the foreword for the architect of the Project 2025. Look, you can find joy in the world everywhere. Here's where I find my joy. On October 1st, we're going to have a little talk, he and I, on the same stage. So, yeah. So look, we're going to bring this country together. And those of you with no hair or gray hair, remember when Republicans talked about freedom, the old Republicans, they actually meant it. They wouldn't turn their backs on our allies. They would try and do what's right. But these guys are not them. When they mean freedom, they want the freedom of government to be in your exam room. They mean freedom for corporations to pollute our air and water. Freedom for banks to take advantage of the least fortunate amongst us. And I've said this, we are cousins out here. You know this. In Minnesota, we respect our neighbors. We respect their personal choices. Even if we would not make the same choice as our neighbors, we respect them because we live by that golden rule. Mind your own damn business. Mind your own damn business. I don't need you in our exam room. I don't need you telling me which books to read, and you can sure stay the hell out of our bedroom. So that's it. So look, I couldn't be prouder to be on the ticket and to help make Kamala Harris the next president of the United States. Tomorrow I'll get to give a little speech over in Chicago, formally accept the nomination of you. On Thursday, Kamala will do the same thing, and she'll lay out a vision for a new way forward. So look, we're over there today, we're here now, we're going to go back and catch the after parties over there, because here's the deal. We got 77 days. 77 days to change the world. 77 days to bring decency. 77 days. Because look, we are not waking up on that 78th day. We are not waking up without knowing we left it all on the field. I've been saying it. You've done it. You've done it. Sleep when we're dead, but do the work now. Sleep when we're dead, but do the work now. This campaign is simple. We believe in the promise of America. It's that simple. So, because as the next president of the United States says every single day, when we fight, when we fight, when we fight. Thank you, Milwaukee.
Well, I was born in a small town, and I live in a small town.
North Dakota, how do you cast your vote?
Mr. Secretary, the Democrats of North Dakota, the Peace Garden State, are proud to cast our 17 votes for Vice President Kamala Harris and the best neighbor you could ever hope to have, Governor Tim Walz, for President and Vice President of the United States of America. Let's go!
So now, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Cassidy. This is the DNC roll call, and tonight, your voice is the future. Northern Mariana Islands, how do you cast your vote?
Hafaday, Tiro, and hello, everyone. We are the Northern Mariana Islands, where our customs, our culture, our land, and our oceans breathe life into our people. The earth is not red or blue. The earth is sick, and we must protect it. Home to some of the living legends in celestial navigation and to some of the friendliest people in the Pacific. We are the blue waves of the Pacific, and we are proud to cast all 11 votes for our MVP, Kamala Harris. Viva Marianas! Viva Harris Walz!
Ohio, how do you cast your vote?
Know how to make history. We put a man on the moon, and we are the founding home of the AFL-CIO. We enshrined abortion rights in our state constitution by 13 points, and we are going to send Sherrod Brown back to the U.S. Senate. As the first woman to lead
Oklahoma. How do you cast your vote?
Hello from Oklahoma, where we fight for the future for all Oklahomans to be proud of. The future where working families thrive, our diversity is our strength, and our values like freedom, equality, and opportunity puts us ahead and makes Oklahoma proud. We cast our 36 votes for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Oregon, how do you cast your vote?
From the first state in the nation to hold a presidential election with all mail-in voting, Oregon is proud to protect voting rights in America.
And hailing from the heart of the beautiful Pacific Northwest, Oregon protects our planet and fights for LGBTQ equality.
And where we believe that reproductive rights are human rights, Oregon cast 78 votes for Kamala Harris.
Party people in the place to be. We're now passing the mic at the DNC. It goes 1, 2, 3, let's go!
The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, how do you cast your vote?
Let's go, Pennsylvania, let's go! My name is Mayor DeJuan Walker from the great city of Aliquippa, Beaver County. My city's a city of legends, the only high school in America with 3 Hall of Famers. I took this seat in 2009 when my sister was murdered. I wanted to do better. 15 years she's been gone. 12 years this city has been under my watch. I'm grateful for the opportunity to lead my city. I'm grateful for the state of Pennsylvania. God bless everyone in this room. I love this state. Thank you.
I'm Governor Josh Shapiro. The proud governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the birthplace of democracy, the birthplace of freedom, the greatest Commonwealth of all. And together, Pennsylvania cast 178 votes for the next Madam President of the United States, Kamala Harris, and Vice President Tim Walz.
Puerto Rico, how do you cast your vote?
Buenas noches. Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory known as the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico and the next state of the United States, has its 60 votes para la primera mujer afroamericana de ascendencia asiática y caribeña que será presidenta de los Estados Unidos, Kamala Harris. ¡Viva Kamala!
DNC, let's go! Roll call, keep it coming now. Roll call, keep it coming now. Roll call, keep it coming now. 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Rhode Island, how do you cast your vote?
Joe Shikachi, Speaker of the Rhode Island House. We are the smallest state, but we have the biggest ideas. Home to the nation's first wind farm and a historic act on climate, we continue leading the way on sustainability and housing. The deep blue ocean state is proud to cast one vote present and 34 ballots for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris. Yay!
South Carolina, how do you cast your vote?
I'm Crystal Spain. I'm Crystal Spain, chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party. Hello from the great state of South Carolina, where we pick presidents. The home of the DNC chair, Jamie Harrison. The home of the first Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. The home of the national basketball champion, the mighty Lady Dame Cox.
I'm Senator Margie Bright Matthews, one of the sister senators, and John F. Kennedy Profiles and Courage Award winner. We stopped the total abortion ban in South Carolina. Like us, Kamala has proven that she has the courage to fight and will fight for all Americans. South Carolina is not going back. We're going forward on reproductive rights. We're going forward on voting rights. We're going forward against hate crimes. Forward with a prosecutor and not a crook. That's why we are proud to cast our 65 delegates for Kamala Harris.
South Dakota, how do you cast your vote?
In my beautiful Lakota language, that means hello, my relatives. I shake your hand with a happy heart. That is the spirit of my beloved South Dakota. My name is Chante Redis, and I want to say that my people, the Ochechi Shakoan, are still here. The 7 council fires are still here. Let me tell you what a Kamala Harris presidency will mean for me, my friends, and my community. More importantly, more opportunities, more good-paying jobs, better access to health care, and a quality education. That is the future we deserve, and it is the future we will win on November 5th when we elect Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The state of South Dakota is proud to be part of such a historic moment in our country's history. We are a land that is proud of our hardworking farmers and ranchers, that celebrates 9 tribal nations and their incredible cultures, where natural beauty can be seen from the Big Sioux River to Mount Rushmore. South Dakota is honored to cast all 20 of our votes for Vice President Kamala Harris, who will soon be known as Madam President.
Utah, how do you cast your vote?
Utah, home of 8 tribal nations, the crossroads of the West, the Beehive State, the host of the 2034 Winter Olympics, the youngest and fastest growing state in the nation, and the next battleground state. Mr. Secretary, we proudly cast 34 votes for Vice President Kamala Harris!
Vermont, how do you cast your vote?
Vermont knows the value of public education. We even have a teacher as our congresswoman. And in 1777, we were the first state to place public education in our Constitution. As someone with significant learning disabilities, I know the value of investing in every single child. We are proud to call Vermont home, and we are proud to cast our 24 votes for Kamala Harris because we are not going back.
The U.S. Virgin Islands, how do you cast your vote?
Mr. Secretary, we are proud to call the Virgin Islands of the United States our home, a place of resistance and freedom, home of Alexander Hamilton, the first slave rebellion in the Western Hemisphere, the fire-burned Queens. We are proud to celebrate a nominee of Caribbean heritage.
From America's Caribbean, the place where the sun rises first in America. From the place of great liberty and the vacation home of President Joe Biden, the Virgin Islanders are strong, resilient, and committed and passionate to vote for the next President of the United States. All 13 votes to Kamala Harris!
The Commonwealth of Virginia, how do you cast your vote?
Mr. Secretary, the Commonwealth of Virginia is proudly represented by Senator Mark Warner and Senator Tim Kaine, majorities in the House of Representatives with 6 hardworking Congress members and majorities in the General Assembly. We also are proud to be represented by 25,000 hardworking, mostly union workers who build freedom by building aircraft carriers and submarines. Senator Warner.
Virginia, for this year, we're going to return Tim Kaine to the United States Senate. Our Commonwealth of Virginia is proud to cast all 119 votes for the next President, Kamala Harris.
Washington, how do you cast your vote?
From the amber waves of grain and verdant origins of eastern Washington to the iconic waters of the St. Lucie, Washington stands proud as a part of the Blue Wolves. I, the first South Asian woman leading a state party, am honored to pledge 9 votes present and elect
Virginia. How do you cast your vote?
My name is Jean Evansmore, and I'm 83 years old. And as such, I am the oldest of the delegates in West Virginia. Most 83-year-olds that I know are spending time with their grandchildren or traveling. But I'm here, suited up and ready to battle. Because I will not, I repeat, I will not let everything I've fought for be taken away by Donald Trump.
My name is Catherine Prather. I am 18 years old, and I am the youngest delegate from West Virginia. I'm suited up and ready for battle because I will not let my freedoms and my future be taken away by Donald Trump. That's why we're proud to cast West Virginia's 24 delegates for the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Kla.
My home state of Wisconsin. How do you cast your vote?
Thank you, Badger Jason Ray, for all your good work. As a proud governor of the great state of Wisconsin, we're home of the Green Bay Packers. We're home of the Wisconsin Badgers. We're home of the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Milwaukee Bucks, as well as U.S. Senator, our best U.S. Senator, Tammy Baldwin. And our great congressional folks, Gwen Moore and Mark Pocan. I'm here because I'm jazzed as hell to announce that Wisconsin cast one vote present and 94 votes who were we? Got me going here. Former Wisconsinite, former state, oh my God. I love you, Jody! We love you, Jody! 94 votes for. I'll get there, Jason, I'll get there. 94 votes for former Wisconsinite, Vice President, and our next President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.
Good evening, Milwaukee! And hello to everyone joining us from exciting Chicago. The delegates at the Democratic National Convention, well, they just completed their roll call. And And they have nominated Coach Walz and me to be the next Vice President and President of the United States of America. And I thank everyone there and here for believing in what we can do together. We are so honored to be your nominees. This is a people-powered campaign, and together we will chart a new way forward. A future for freedom, opportunity, of optimism and faith. So to everyone in Chicago and across America, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you're going to hear from our wonderful second gentleman shortly. I'll see you in 2 days, Chicago. Hey, Milwaukee! Good to be back in Milwaukee. So, it's good to be back in Milwaukee. It really is. Thank you. So, as you know, the coach and I were together here in Wisconsin just 2 weeks ago. And the first rally after I announced that he would be my running mate, and it is so good to be back with all of you. So good to be back. And today, of course, I always and also bring greetings from our incredible President Joe Biden. Wasn't he terrific last night? And I know we are all deeply grateful for his lifetime of service to our nation. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. So, Wisconsin, we have 77 days until the election. 77 days. And look, we know this is going to be a tight race until the very end. We have some hard work ahead of us. We have hard work ahead of us, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. And with your help this November, we will win. We'll win. We will win. We will win. Because we're going to put in the hard work over the next 77 days. No, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This is about two very different visions for our nation. One, ours, focused on the future. The other, campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This is not just about us versus Donald Trump. This is about two very different visions for our nation. One, ours, focused on the future. The other, focused on the past. And Wisconsin, we fight for the future. We fight for the future. We believe in the future. A future with affordable health care. A future with affordable child care. A future with affordable housing and paid leave. That's the future we believe in. We believe in a future where we build an opportunity economy, where every American has the opportunity to own a home, start a business, and build wealth, including intergenerational wealth. That's what we believe in. We believe in the future of our country. We believe in a future where we lower the cost of living for America's families. And when I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries by making sure markets are competitive and fair. Together with Coach, we will take on Big Pharma and cap the cost of prescription medication for all Americans. We will take on the high cost of housing, understanding so many people are trying to fulfill the American dream, and we need to give people help to get there. In fact, last week I announced my plan to build millions of new homes and help first-time home buyers with a down payment. Knowing that's a step to get where we need to go. And my tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut, including $6,000 to families during the first year of a child's life. That's about help with a car seat, with a crib, with diapers, with baby clothes. If we care about children, then let's help people. Help people do what they naturally want to do, but don't always have the resources to do it. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first. But now we know he has a different plan, Trump, right? Just look at Project 2025. Now, if he is elected, understand what that, by the way, can you believe they put that thing in writing, right? So that plan, though, tells us what they're up to. Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. And he wants to impose what is, in effect, a national sales tax, which will cost a typical family $3,900 a year. Understand that. And on top of all of this, he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. And you remember what that was like when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions? You remember what that was? Breast cancer survivors, children with diabetes, grandparents who need help and support being denied care. We're not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We will move forward. Just like Wisconsin's state motto tells us, forward. Forward. Ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. And it is a fight for freedom. Like the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government telling her what to do. I don't know what's up with these people, by the way. I mean, they just seemingly don't trust women. Well, we trust women. We trust women. And we know how we got to this place. We know how we got to this place with now over 20 Trump abortion bans. We know how we got here. The former President Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And as he intended, they did. And then in state after state, they proposed and passed laws to punish women, criminalize health care providers. In some states, not even making an exception for rape or incest. And just yesterday, when he was asked if he has any regrets about ending Roe v. Wade, Donald Trump, without even a moment's hesitation, you would think he would reflect on it for a second, said no regrets. And that's because I do believe, bad behavior should result in a consequence. Well, we will make sure he does face a consequence, and that'll be at the ballot box in November. In November. And I promise you, when I am President of the United States and Congress passes a bill to restore the protections of Roe v. Wade, I will proudly sign it into law. And Wisconsin, in addition to that, as you all know, we are witnessing across our nation a full-on attack on hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights across our nation, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. So we know what we're dealing with in this moment. And we must remember, as the generations of Americans before us who led the fight for freedom, the baton is now in our hands. We carry the baton. We carry the baton. And so much is on the line in this election. And understand, we have to understand something. This is not 2016 or 2020. This is not 2016 or 2020. And in particular, the stakes are higher for a lot of reasons, because we know what he does when he's in office, but including that, last month, the Supreme Court of the United States basically told the former president that he will effectively be immune for what he does in the White House. Now think about what that means. Think about what that means, knowing the individual we're talking about. Donald Trump has openly vowed to be a dictator on day one. He has openly indicated his intention to weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Think about what we know about him and what he's told us. He even called for, quote, the termination of the Constitution of the United States. So let us be very clear. Somebody who intends to terminate the Constitution of the United States, should never again have the opportunity to stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're going forward. We're not going back. So, Tim just looked at me and said, we're not going back, I think. So, Milwaukee, here's the thing, as you all know, it's why you are here. It's why you have taken the time to be here this evening. It all comes down, I love you back, and it all comes down to this. We're here. Thank you, but yeah, thank you. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason that we are all here together, spending this time together, truly and deeply, is because we love our country. We love our country. We believe in our country. We believe in our country. And I do believe that it is the highest form of patriotism, to then fight for the ideals of our country. And that's what we are here to do. And that is how we fulfill the promise of America. The promise of America. And it is that promise of America. We need a medical assistant here. Okay. We need a nurse. We need a medic here, please. Let's make a path. Let's make a path if y'all don't mind. Let's make a path to right here. Let's just create a path to right here. Let's create a path, guys, and thanks for looking out each other. Look out for each other, but let's create a path for the medics. Okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. All right. Okay. We're going to be okay. This is who we are, right? This is what we're about, looking out for each other. The thing, we care about each other. You know, it's about truly understanding what love thy neighbor means. It's about, in the face of a perfect stranger, seeing a neighbor, understanding what that love of each other means. It's a big difference between what we're talking about and what's on the other side. So listen, I'll end with this point. The promise of America. The promise of America is what we are fighting for. And it is that promise that I think makes it possible that Coach Governor Walz and I would be sharing the same ticket. Think about that. Think about that. Think about it in the context of the promise of America. Two middle-class kids One born in Oakland, California, to a working mom. The other, a son of the Nebraska Plains who grew up working on a farm. I worked at a McDonald's. But only in America is it possible for them together to make it all the way to the White House. Only in America. Only in America. So my last point is this. In this election, we each face a question, and that question is, what kind of country do we want to live in? Right? Do we want to live in a country of chaos and fear and hate? No. Or a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law? And the beauty of our democracy, listen, the beauty of our democracy is we each have the power to answer that question. Each and every one of us has the power to answer that question. Each one of us. That's our power. The power is with the people. So, Wisconsin, today I ask, are you ready to have your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win! God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. God bless.
Milwaukee, make some noise for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz!
Thank you so much for coming out. We would ask now that you please proceed outside to the Deer District to watch the remainder of the program, which will include remarks from First Lady and President Obama. Take care, keep showing up. Dare to be, Milwaukee!